Welcome to Players Only in the Auto-Trader pregame show. Now check it out. Russell Westbrook and the Thunder, they've clinched a playoff spot, but still, he and Paul George, they're in a dogfight to avoid opening the playoffs against the Warriors. They need this game tonight. We got the Lakers Thunder coming up next. It's Players Only, baby. Welcome back. Welcome to the show. What's going on? I missed you guys. You know what I'm saying? Miss you, Big Shaq. Thank you, brother. Now check it out. Shaq did such a lousy job. Well, that's what I heard. That's what I heard him over here. But Candace, you all right?
I'm so happy you're back. I can't wait for highlights. Maybe we'll be able to get a word in.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't talk?
Oh, we couldn't talk. We weren't allowed to talk.
But y'all the analysts, y'all couldn't say nothing last week?
There was no flow. You know, it was a lot of pause button, you're talking too much. You know, he never really answered any questions.
Oh, so this the music to cut you off fast? Nothing. It's just like the award show. Oh, man, you cut him off. Brian Moments. Hey, you look good. Shaq, you done had about several haircuts, man. You could grow a fro right now if you wanted to, could you?
If anybody in America can get my hair like that, I'll give you $1 million cash.
No.
Anybody in America.
You're going to be getting, everybody's going to be tweeting you and everything like that. Well, it's good to be back with you guys. I missed you. But now it's time for Accelerate Your Game, presented by Autotrader.com. Now, check this out. We have the Warriors, as we know. We have OKC, as we know. We have San Antonio. We know all the great teams that we have in the West Coast, but look at the remaining schedule of OKC. And if it looks, out of that, the Lakers aren't in the playoffs, Minnesota aren't in the playoffs. Maybe those are 2 wins you would expect, or maybe not, BD, but you see the remaining schedule, and the reason why it's so important, the remaining schedule, is look at OKC, is because look where they are. And as you guys look at this, and they're 44-33 tied with San Antonio, do you think OKC has to win to get out of that 7th spot to advance? I would love to see an OKC, Golden State, Westbrook, Durant first round, but I don't play for OKC. BD, what do you think? Do you think they're trying to win and get to that 7th spot?
I mean, if I'm OKC, I would be. Looking at Denver's lack of experience going into the playoffs, I try to be in that 7th spot so I can potentially see Golden State in the conference final. So if I'm OKC, I'm hitting the panic button because I want to be in that 7th spot, so it's important.
Shaq, whenever you won a championship, whenever you won a team that dominated and you were the 1 or the 2, did you ever worry about that first round or think about that first round? So if we switched it and said Golden State or Denver, who plays later tonight for that number 1 spot, do you think that they're concerned about San Antonio, who was up with Kawhi Leonard, I think 17 points or something 2 years ago when Kawhi Leonard was there, or OKC that you got a little beef with Durant and Westbrook? How did you take that in the thought?
I've been on Westbrook and Paul George their whole career. I think it's safe to say they're not soft by any means. I don't think they really care who they play in the first round. If they're playing pretty good, they should get 3 out of 5. If they're playing out of their minds, they should get the last 5 games, and it could possibly move them to the 7th spot. But listen, I would want to be like Baron Davis were when they beat the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks were the best. Let's just go and get them out the way. I'm not going to be, pussyfooting around and, trying to lose games and doing this and doing that. I don't know if you can say that word, but if you can't, send me the check and I'll just pay the fine. But I'm just saying I ain't going to be messing around and trying to get in the 7th spot. Whoever we got to play, that's what we got to play. If we got to play the best and we have the chance to knock them out, hey, because remember, when you're in the 8th spot, nobody is expecting you to win anyway. So, But again, if they win at least 4 out of 5 games, they should definitely be in that 7th spot. However, Denver ain't no punk either.
No, that's right. And then depending on if Denver wins tonight, they could take over that number 1 seed. And Candace, as you look at our screen, they're going to show kind of the discrepancy of what OKC did versus Golden State and Denver. Again, Denver plays Golden State tonight. If Denver wins, they tie it up. If Golden State wins, they put themselves up about 3 games ahead, being that they've won the conference, clinched, and all that good stuff. And how do you see it? They average about the same, but does that field goal percentage and 3-point percentage stand out to you in any way?
Yeah, OKC has struggled from the 3-point line this season, and they knew that coming in. Paul George at the beginning of the season had to hit shots. But I understand what Shaq and Barron are saying from a competitive standpoint, but as a player, what you say to the media and what you say in your head are two different things. Listen, OKC does not want to play Golden State in the first round.
Okay.
They don't want to play Golden State in the first round. I think that, like Barron said, that Denver's lack of experience going in, they've had some tough games. Obviously, they're 0-4. A couple of those games have been on a back-to-back, but I would rather play Denver in the first round than rested, ready to go Golden State Warriors.
I agree.
Yeah, well, it'll be something because we all talk about the lack of experience for Denver, but the way they've been playing, I mean, Murray, I think he might be the most underrated point guard, at least.
Agreed.
One of the most underrated players in this game. It's tough to play in that arena, but we'll be able to see it all, and that's why you got to stick around for our second game to see who's going to be at top of the West Coast. But there's more to come on the Auto Trader pregame show. We got the Thunder Lakers coming up next, and then again we have the Nuggets and the Warriors later tonight. That's going to be a big game. Hopefully Jokic doesn't get kicked out. He got kicked out last game. What up, Big Ed? Yeah, it's good to be back with the crew. I'm here with BD. I'm here with Candace and Big Shaq. And why is Shaq zoned out on live TV?
Because they've just passed a new law in Georgia.
You heard him. They passed a new law. I don't know about it, but he's a sheriff. You know he know. Players Only. Welcome back to Players Only pregame, presented by AutoTrader.com. Now, less than 2 weeks away is what the playoffs, man, is going to be hype. Hey, Shaq, I know you're excited to work every single day and listen to Chuck, repeat his point 17 times in a row on every show.
I think it's going to be an unbelievable experience that we get to work 40 days and 40 nights.
I wish you guys were in the studio with us. And, speaking
Is
of
this the last
studio,
Players Only?
I think this is of the year, man.
Okay.
It's Players Only, baby. This is the last one. And don't forget to catch the starters, right? That's Skeets, Taz, Lee, and Trey. Now, something tells me they want Toronto to win the championship, but that's just me. Those are some cool dudes. Check them out every weeknight as they break down the league's biggest storylines. We got the starters weeknights at 6 p.m. Eastern on NBA TV. Coming up, LeBron, psych, he ain't playing. Coming up, the Lakers.
Yo, psych, I
Oh, yeah, Lakers at OKC. That man right there is playing. He needs to average 4.8 assists over the last 5 games
Triple-double.
to average a triple-double again.
Got it.
Did you
For
see
the
that?
third year.
Yeah, what was it, Shaq?
Oh,
Russell
man.
Westbrook, his baby hairs is looking good.
Shaq on one tonight.
It's the last one.
Players Only. Shaq going after that EJ
never.
job.
No, I'm not.
Oh, man. Who is that? Kurt
Baby
Thomas?
hair looking good.
Where the baseline? Why ain't Patrick Ewing checking you? Patrick Ewing in there?
Because he's scared.
Oh, okay. Didn't he say you couldn't be an all-star your rookie year?
Yeah.
Where you won?
I think I was.
Oh, okay.